Hello and welcome to all you, everybody out there. This is the finals of SAH Season 3, the finale, the big one that we have been waiting for. Zion Drone Racing takes on the mighty Hyderabad Hellraiser. So it's ZDR versus HHR tonight. And what an awesome track. Right there in front of the screen, you can see there how the pilots are ready to go after their practice sessions. Right now, they are taking a few rounds and they'll be ready to go in a matter of a few minutes. Let's thank our sponsors before we start this grand finale. One Martian Way, D1 Racing, HG LRC, and Sign Drone Racing. And this is again SAH Season 3, the finale. So join in. We are streaming live now across IDRL YouTube and IDRL Twitch. So please spread the word quickly to your friends and family and everybody that you know across the globe. The big one is right here, and it's going to be a pretty exciting, going right down to the wire. Stay hanged on with your popcorn and everything. It's going to be an absolute nail biter. I can promise you that. And again, a beautiful track that we'll be covering from the first person view as well. Welcome all of you who are joining us right now across our broadcast channels on YouTube and Twitch. We are set to go live on the grand finale stage. All the 6 pilots look to be with us on our servers. Just let's give it a quick shot over here. I think Bungos is getting disconnected, so we'll be waiting for Bungos, and in about be giving Bungos about 4 minutes to please join in, and that will be the absolute start time that we will be going live after that with the first round. So Bungos, the server is open for you. Please get connected onto the game, and we'll be starting with round number 1. Let's quickly go through with our rules for the finals. This is going to be a typical SAH finale, and it's going to be rounds 1 to 10 out here. The pilots that are competing from Team ZDR are Devnath, Logic, and Rhythm FPV, and they are taking on Shady, Bungos, and Vatsan. So internally, Devnath is going to compete against Shady, Logic against Bungos, and Rhythm FPV against Vatsan. So you can see how head-to-head these pilots are very capable in their own spirits, and they're going to take on their much awaited nemesis out here. Okay, so it's going to be rounds 1 to 10, and each of the rounds are going to be scored 3 points each, while round number 10, we have 8 points on the grabs, with 5 points for the first place and 3 points for the second place. Okay, so anything is going to happen in the final round. We should be looking at giving Bungos another 3 minutes max. It's 9:44 p.m. local time. If he doesn't join in, he will have to join in following the round number 2. Okay, so it's 3 minutes max time for Bungos before we start the play out here. So just waiting on Bungos out here, and again, ZDR versus HHR, the finals coming here on your screen. And welcome to Dave Powell. How are you doing today? It's great to see you. And a lot of folks are going to soon join in as we get through the rest of the rounds after we start round number 1. Meanwhile, Bungos, 2 minutes on the clock, final 2 minutes on the clock for you, please, for you to join in. Seems to be having some kind of network issues out here to connect to the gaming server, Bungos, but he'll have to really solve those problems if HHR has to really gain a pilot consistently for the rest of the rounds. Keep 1.5 minutes, Bungos, 1.5 minutes here. Great to see viewers coming in now. Again, streaming across YouTube and Twitch in full HD resolution 1080p. So you can watch this on the
Great.
big screens. And also on twitch.tv/IDRL /IDRL Racing. Yeah. And Dave Powell is asking, what's the pilot matchup like? You can see on the screen, it's Devnath against Shady, Logic against Bangos, and Rhythm against Watsan. Okay, final 40 seconds. I can give Bangos final 40 seconds here to join the server, please. We are getting close. It's 9:47 p.m. local time, and we will have to start the game because spectators are definitely waiting to eagerly watch this championship round unfold. Okay, so 15 seconds. If we don't see Bangos in 15 seconds, unfortunately, we'll be going and starting round number 1 and then waiting for Bangos for round number 2. 5 seconds out there, counting down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so the server is locked now. Bangos is not able to enter. Shady and Watson will be taking on Devnath, Logic, and Rhythm. It's 3 against 2 on the round number 1. All right, pilots, get ready on the clock. You are all set in flying mode out here on your podium. Round number 1 is starting here for the kickoff, for the finale. All the best pilots in less than 5.
Yes, guys. And we run.
Let's watch through the first-person view of some of the best pilots out here. Tuned in straight into the league out here is Shady and Devnath, virtually on the same gate out here. And very well done here by Devnath. Shady quickly on the run, catching up with Devnath, following a little behind out there. And will be taking some first-person views out here again. Logic is the first-person view out here in position number 2. Let's look at Shady, who is in position number 1. Look at that. You can see how the track is lit up, and Shady having a little bit of a crash. And this track is definitely challenging for even the best of the pilots out here. So it's going to be a tough race out here for the best of best. Devnath right now just a little behind Shady out there. In our first person view. Let's see if we can catch them in a certain section right now. And looks like the graphics out here in the third person view seems to be a little bit off the scale, but we'll stick to the first person view for now. And Devnath at gate number 35, lap number 2, while Shady in the lead with lap number 3, gate number 13. So Devnath will have to quickly recover. He's about 11 gates down across Shady, and he's quickly catching by Shady out here, while Logic, Watsan, and Rhythm are all following across for positions 3, 4, and 5. So again, that was the Devnath having a little bit of a bad luck crashing into one of those gates. Just a little bit of a warm-up going on for these pilots. So Shady is cleanly completed his part of the round. Devnath now getting closer to the finish gate as well. And look at those ripping gates out there. You have to, and there's water too as well. So it's quite an interesting track. Watsan and Rhythm will be following across for 4th and 5th place. So let's see if which of those pilots win, but obviously it's going to be Watsan. So that's the line draw out here for now. Let's quickly pick up on our timings and then mark the winners out here. Shady completing at spot number 1 against Devnath. So Shady taking that point, crucial point. And also, let's see, between Logic gets a handover out here because Bangos is not present on the network. And Rhythm against Watsan. Watsan also takes the lead against Rhythm. So in spite of Bangos's loss, we have a 2-1 scoring in favor of team HHR out here right now. All right, so we'll quickly open up the server now and see if we can get Bangos to join in. Bangos, you have a 2-minute timer here to quickly join in to the final server that's put up for you. You don't want to have Shady and Watson take on the pressure here. I'm sure Bangos is definitely taking care of his network, trying to figure out all possible issues. And there he goes. We'll quickly set him up in the green color out there. And again, he's disconnected. He's losing the network, it looks like. In and out he comes. And that's not so good news for Bangos. So let's wait for another 45 seconds or so. In the meantime, we'll try to fix that third person view that's giving us some trouble out here. So let's try to change the scenery and set our tracks again. So that will definitely fix some of the issues, hopefully. And if it does not, then we will have to really stick with the first person views for tonight. But I think that should be okay. And let's go with this track out here. Okay, pilots, let's see if Bangos is again back in. He is back in out here. And green is a setting. Please stay with us, Bangos. And we'll be locking the server now. Okay, pilots, get on the podium now. Your race is going to start
Let's
in
go.
less than 5. Focusing right now straight through the eyes of Rhythm. And let's see how many pilots we can see through the eyes of Rhythm. He is a good pilot as well. Came to popularity first when he competed at IDRL VIT Season 5. And then he has been going very, very strong. But right now in the lead is Shady. Shady going all the way out there by himself and closely following him on his heels. Devnath is determined to not let Shady get too far away from him right now. Because if Shady works his way up more than 5 gates, that's going to put a lot of pressure. Look at that. Devnath committing a few errors here and there, trying to get back on the track. He's about 7 gates away now. Bangos is working hard to keep his captain grounded, well covered. Devnath trying to break through. Logic breaking through now as well. And Logic, you can focus on Logic right now. Look at his trail on the track over here. A beautiful well-lit track out here in contrast colors surrounded. We are on an island setting over here, and lots of rocky terrain and a ship, a broken ship out there as well. So you can see the multitude of the track's flavors out here. And let's turn our attention back on Shady. Shady is definitely looking strong to take this round as well. Devnath is far behind Shady right now as we speak. He has taken the first one, and Devnath will obviously be in spot number 2. And between Logic and Vatsan is what we have to see right now. So we are focusing on Logic right now. Let's see between Logic and Vatsan who is going to take the win. It looks like Logic is far ahead of Vatsan right now. Vatsan will have to really push it hard for round number 3 out there. And between Rhythm and finally Vatsan. Okay, it was between Rhythm and Vatsan. So Vatsan has actually won out there. And between Logic and Bangos, Logic has won. So we are set to score this up for the round number 2. Shady takes that point against Devnath once again. And we will have Logic against Bangos. So Logic has taken that 1 point against Bangos, and Rhythm against Vatsan. So Vatsan has taken that point against Rhythm. So it's exactly the replica of round number 1, and round number 3 is what we'll be continuing with. So the third person view is what we are trying to fix right now, but we'll probably try to fix that up after the intermission. Right now it's looking a little blank out there from the third person perspective. So we'll have to show you all the feeds from the FPV viewpoint. So pilots, round number 3, get ready now. Your racing is going to start in
Server is logged
less
for
than.
Bungus.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
All right, so Bangos seems to be disconnecting every now and then after each round. Bangos, you can please join in. Your 2-minute timer has started. 9:57 local time it is. Welcome viewers once again who are joining us across YouTube and Twitch.
Dude,
This is the
it's no
grand
difference.
finale. And we are right now, you can see on the scoreboard below, rounds number 1 and 2 have gone in the favor of Team HHR. Again, the lineup is Shady taking on Devnath, Bangos taking on Logic, and Vatsan taking on Rhythm FPV. So that's ZDR against HHR for you. We're waiting on the clock. 1 minute, 15 seconds remaining on the clock for Bangos, please. This is going to be a hard call, Bangos, if he's going to try to tune in with his VPN network or something like that. Let's see how successful he is. But definitely is having network issues right from the start of round number 1. So 50 seconds remaining on the clock, Bangos. You will have to speed it up to get connected to the server. Welcome Rati FPV, one of our very fine players, and obviously has we are missing his commentary as well. Welcome Shashi Rekha, welcome Harish Kumar, and of course Dave Powell, the first to join in here, and of course Astronaut FPV also joining in with his comments out there. Okay, so looks like we are up on the clock here. We will have to start the race, locking the server out here now. Round number 3, pilots, get ready. We're going to start
all the best, guys.
in less than 5.
It's lights out and away we go.
Tuning straight through the eyes of Shady right now. And they've not giving a little bit of a sound effects out there as well for entertaining us.
The V10 engine, Karan. It's not a sound effect.
Yes, the V10 engine roaring up on Devnath's scale. So Shady again, let's tune it up. This time it's Devnath. Wow, he can maintain a dual focus. He can do commentary as well as he can run on the track. So Devnath is right now just ahead of Shady
Impossible.
at spot number 1. And spot number 1 is now taken back by Shady. So close competition. The red tail that's behind Shady is that of Devnath. So he's being vigorously chased by Devnath at this point in time. Shady extending his lead by a few more gates out here with 33 gates on lap number 2 and 29 gates for Devnath on lap number 2. Between Shady and Devnath, that's the roundup. And let's see what Vatsan is up to out here, because Vatsan and Logic are against, Vatsan and Rhythm are against each other, while Logic does not have any competition. So Rhythm is going to fall back at spot number 5. Vatsan looks safe in that spot number 3. So it looks pretty much at this point a replica of round number 1 and 2 as well for round number 3. ZDR not able to do much in spite of HHR being handicapped out here by the absence of Bangos. And after this, we will be setting a rule. Definitely, we can't wait 2 minutes every time for Bangos to join in. After this round, we will be just giving a minute of timing for Bangos to join in. He has to be ready at that point in time. So Vatsan, has also completed. And let's tune back into Logic. Logic giving us a view of those palm trees and bamboo gates on this rocky island. There's a shipwreck out there. And yeah, Rhythm is fallen back to spot number 5. So let's score it up again. It looks like Shady has taken up that same point against Devnath. Vatsan has taken the point against Rhythm again, and Bangos against Logic. So Logic has won that point. All right, so it's 6 points against 3. A point is what HHR is taking up with every round. So ZDR will have to try and minimize that if they have
It's no
to
point.
not give this away to HHR. Okay,
Yeah.
pilots, round number 4. But before that, only 1 minute of timing for Bangos to join in this time. And because he's been given too many 2-minute times for rounds of 1 to 3 to join in, he's still not able to pick it up. 50 seconds on the clock for Bangos. Time is running by for him, for definitely. Okay, there you are. Bangos has finally joined in this time, hopefully.
Oh,
And he, looks like somebody got disconnected. This time Shady it was.
what the?
Something
Arey,
crazy is
kya hai
happening
yaar?
at
What
HHR's
happened?
end.
Karan, need to go sleep. Fast, fast.
Wait. What happened? Why did I get
Shady,
kicked?
you got disconnected. You have 2 minutes on the clock to get connected, please.
Oh shit.
Shady is disconnected. As soon as Bangos joined in, something happened to Shady's network.
To me
That
as well.
is weird.
There has to be a penalty for HHR doing this.
And
What
I
is this?
think there
No.
is one more player who has dropped out here.
You can
Whenever
use
Pankaj
Okay,
rejoins,
so
I
we
have
can
a
give a
connection.
maximum of 1.5 minutes now remaining on the clock for all the players who have dropped out.
He's joined.
Otherwise, we proceed with round number 4.
I'm in.
Quickly join in, please. Waiting for one more player, Shady.
Shady then.
Quickly, Shady, you have a
Karan
minute
Shady
on
is
the
in.
clock. Less than a minute now, please.
Hello.
Shady, please join. Shady,
Hello.
Shady, please join.
Devnath, I know you hear me,
Shady, we're waiting for you. Arey,
but I know Karan does. So.
Karan, can you please tell Shady to join?
Yes, Shady, you just have.
Come on, come on, man.
Okay.
Karan, hello. Hello,
Okay.
I'm in.
Okay, but who is somebody has
It's
again fallen
Rhythm.
back.
It's Devnath's team.
Rhythm
They
has
should get a
fallen back. Okay,
penalty.
it's fine. Now I cannot give any more timing, please. If people are falling off like that. Okay,
And I
final
need to be
30
on
seconds.
flying.
I can give for final 30 seconds for Rhythm. If he doesn't cover up, and if somebody else drops out now, we are still going to start. Final
I
30
need-
seconds, guys. Rhythm, your final 30 seconds to join in. This should not be happening. Definitely your network should be
Rhythm,
pristine.
yeah, join.
I'm pretty sure it's the Velociraptor. So.
Okay, 20 seconds. 20 seconds, folks. Rhythm. 20 seconds to join in. 10 seconds. Rhythm.
Yeah, he's
Ah,
Yes.
Okay,
I
join.
need to be on flying,
and
Karan.
we have a full house now. Finally for the first time since round number 1. For round number 4, we have all the groups out here. Devnath, Logic. Okay, Shady needs to be put in green color, and Rhythm needs to be put in the red color. So otherwise, it looks all good. Pilots, please get ready on the podium. We are starting the race now
Ooh,
in less
race
than
start.
5. Let's tune in straight through the eyes of Shady. He has taken the lead right away out there, going through that ladder tunnel, going into some of the splitters gates and into the downwards Jacob's ladder. And then again, another twisting turn out there, coming back around over the island's view and powering up himself right now, Shady, taking all his recharge possible with his drone. And that's going to be an important recharge because this track is fairly large. The laps may not look that huge, but in terms of the scale, it definitely is pretty big. So if we can get now a first person view of Devnath, because Devnath is the one who is definitely leading the pack out here. Okay, so it's Devnath, Shady, Logic, Watson, Rhythm, and Bangos. This is the lineup that's on your screen right now. Devnath ruling it up, and he looks quite comfortably ahead of Shady. Shady is trying to get in there, and Shady does not want to really be left behind on this lap number 3, because he has so far been the better off in terms of this competition between Devnath and Shady. But let's see where Logic is now. Logic with respect to Bangos at position number 6. So Logic looks safely cruising along at position number 3. If we take a look at Watson now, Watson also cruising along as a competition against Rhythm. He is well ahead in lap number 3, a full lap away for Watson. So Rhythm will have to quickly catch up from the next rounds onward out here if he has to really help his team members. And there you go. Shady has completed that round once again,
Devnath?
taking that round
Yeah,
back at the last
You
what's up?
finished
moment
before
from
me on my
Devnath.
screen.
And
I
Watson
don't know.
and Logic, Rhythm, and Bangos, all
Was
of
I in
them
front of you on your
are
screen?
finishing up right
No,
now.
Exactly,
So
man. What the fuck?
let's see
Okay,
how we can
I'll
do
take it.
this. Rhythm against Bangos. Okay, so that is all over. So round number 4,
Angos
again,
got disconnected again.
scoring for Shady against Devnath, 1 against 0. Then we have Bangos against Logic. Logic has 1 out there. And then Watson against Rhythm. Again, it's exactly the same points that we have been following from rounds number 1 and 4. So HHR and ZDR, they are locked in with a 4-point difference right now. And HHR has been managing to get ahead of ZDR at this point in time with just a little bit of a point, 1 point in each round. So that has totaled up to a 4-point difference between HHR and ZDR. So we're going to not wait any longer now. We're going to just give about 30 seconds now moving forward because this might get a little too stretching. This is way beyond what we can tolerate.
Is
30 seconds for Bangos to join in, please. And that is the rule. So final 30 seconds. If any pilot drops out, we're going to start the round. Okay, 20 seconds. 10 seconds. All right, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Locking the server. Unfortunate for the other team. HHR not being able to get their fine player Bangos. But let's see how this round goes for them. They are still ahead of ZDR. Okay, pilots, get ready on the podium. Round number 5. The round just before intermission in front of you in less than 5. Welcome, viewers. This is the grand finale of IDRL SAH season number 3. It's all up. Huge prizes up for grabs out here for these pilots. Spectacular views coming in right now. And we have so far covered rounds 1 to 4 with round number 5 going on in the moment. Shady has been so far looking very good. He hasn't dropped a single point against Devnath in the last round. However, Devnath had a slight edge, but he lost that edge to Shady in the last lap. So unfortunate for Devnath this time. He'll be trying to do something similar, but Shady just holding on Devnath for all those gates. Look at that. The gate difference is quite a bit now between them. 10 gates away, and Devnath just following back. Logic is getting closer right now. Logic and Devnath. Watson now following back. You're tuning straight into the eyes of Logic. Logic coming in. Logic, again, a fine player. Again, a very, very fine player. A young player. I think he's from Aurangabad, and he's been doing fantastic at IDRL. Definitely a talented player to look for many years to come. This time, Shady once again, though, at spot number 1, followed by Devnath at spot number 2, Logic at spot number 3, Vatsan at spot number 4, and Rhythm is not moving a single needle up from the position number 5. So it looks to be that unless there's going to be a major shift, there's going to be a similar points from round number 4 that we saw. Shady has completed his run. He has defeated Devnath out there. Logic obviously has no competition. Vatsan against Rhythm. So as soon as Vatsan completes his round, it'll
it is a
be
controller keep
all over
disconnecting.
for this round for the pilots, and we can start scoring the same thing for round number 4. And there you go. I think Vatsan towards the end, he has completed and giving us some nice views as well. So, okay, rounds 1 to 5 have been identical out here. Absolutely no difference between them. Shady again picking up that point. Bangos not in the game. And Vatsan picking up his point against a Rhythm. So we'll be taking a quick intermission right now. And in the meantime, we'll just try to see if we can fix this third person view right now, which is in front of us. So let's put on this intermission screen out here. And till then, the viewers can just stay with us till we fix the third person view for bringing the rest of the match from rounds 6 onwards. All right, so let's change the track out here and see a similar track that we can get a hold of. And okay, let's see if we can fix that up. But okay, if we can just fix that up out here and then okay.
Banga's nice race,
And
right?
let's quickly put
This
myself.
race is so boring, man.
Hang on. Okay, looks like there's no luck out here with the third person view. So, okay, let's switch back.
Devnath, you saying boring just came on the stream.
What?
Yeah, your voice is heard on the stream.
Wait, my voice being heard on the stream. What the hell?
Yeah.
Karan?
Yeah, you
Shit.
can. Well, yeah, you can just, I mean,
Man.
yeah, I cannot control the Discord voice over here, so I'm not muting you. Okay, pilots,
IDRL is
I
the
think
best.
we are
The
ready
racing is very
back.
interesting.
Rounds, okay, rounds 1
sure.
to 5.
Let's go.
Let's go pilots now with round number 6 out here. Let's continue with round number 6 pilots. Coming back, round number 6. Please get ready on the podium. We have ZDR against HHR, continuing our journey for the remainder of the session. And quickly unlock the server. 30 seconds given to Bangos to join in as usual. He's not on the table here. So 30 seconds lock in for Bangos. Please try to
minus
get
4
in.
points.
And I think we'll seriously have to reduce Devnath's voice out here because it's clearly being heard over Discord. So, all right. So just, what do we do? Yeah, user volume, we can just tune in a little bit. Okay, there you go. Okay, Bangos, still not in final 5 seconds here, Bangos. It's almost time over for you before we start this round, and we'll have to go with the same set of pilots. Okay, pilots on the podium in less than 5. Let's see who is really up to the mark over here. Right now, between Devnath, Vatsan, and Shady, these are the pilots. Look at that. The pilot in front of Devnath right now is Shady, and Shady coming in. You can clearly see Shady, how close Devnath is to him. Beautiful views coming in. The green tail of Shady. Devnath is just following a different strategy right now. Looks like he has a different mindset from the intermission onwards and a different battle plan to take on Shady. And looks like Devnath is in spot number 1 because of that. A good strategy being employed over there by Devnath, staying close to Shady and then really taking on, pushing the levers when it's really the last stage. So lap number 2, still a few gates and a few laps, one more lap to go after that. Vatsan, in the meantime, is well ahead of Rhythm, and Logic is not posing any competition because Bangos is now there. And Devnath against Shady right now. So it's all up to Devnath to catch up to Shady. Devnath has fallen back into spot number 2. Unfortunate for him, he has crashed again. Shady will try to take full leverage of the situation. Devnath not focusing well enough on the track. Maybe his user volume has reduced because of that. But whatever the reasons are, Shady is just a little bit too ahead. And thus far, he has completed his part of the round. Vatsan against Rhythm. Let's see how that goes. Vatsan is about to climb into the victory spot at position number 3 against Rhythm. And getting into the finish gate as well. So that completes the round for the scoring. It's all the same story. It's Shady, Vatsan picking up their points. Devnath not picking up any point out there. Logic 1 point, 0 points for Rhythm, and 0 points for Bangos. So the story has been 12 points against 6 point difference for Team HHR against ZDR. And 4 more rounds remaining. Pilots, with round number 10, anybody's game. Without any further ado, please get back on the track, but we'll try again with Bangos. You have 30 seconds now. Both these pilots who have dropped out, 30 seconds to get on the clock, please. 25. 15. Okay, Bangos is there with us now. That's some good news. Okay, 5 seconds, final 5 seconds. Whoever is not joining us, I think it's this time, it's a Rhythm from the other team. So we'll be locking the server now. Unfortunate for Team ZDR out here. HHR is playing with full strength this time around. So it's going to be some competition out there. Well, Rhythm managed to come in at the last moment in spite of us locking the server. So we'll still get him in. Okay, that's fine. Okay, flying everybody. Let's set Rhythm to a red color. Okay, pilots, get ready on the podium. Round number 7 in front of your screens right now. Checking out Vatsan's first person view, looking gorgeous. The moon in the dusky sky out here. A nice trail that we are seeing in front of Vatsan. Those 2 trails are of Shady and Devnath. Both these 2 pilots amazingly close to each other. So if you look from Devnath's viewpoint, which we are doing right now, Shady is looking incredibly close, and Devnath is probably purposely maintaining that distance and not allowing Shady to go anywhere. And he also is taking probably an advantage of the anchoring, that he has an anchor drone in front of him so that he knows how to go through the rest of the track. And whenever it's time, I think Devnath will be pushing himself in the 3rd of the 5th gears and taking over Shady anytime. So between Devnath and Shady, look at that. We can still see Shady close to Devnath. Very, very close competition between them. This is all first person view. Today we had some issues with the third person perspective. Maybe the graphics on this one, the third person view, we were getting them fine. But I think in the multiplayer session, it's not coming for some reason. But anyway, Devnath has right now picked up the heat out here because he is right now in the commanding position. Looks like his strategy has paid off unless he tries to really oh my god, Devnath did not really hang on over there. Shady at the last moment, I think he's picking up Devnath committing that mistake in the last and final lap once again. Look at that, the point, I think the point difference,
are
the
you
lap
throwing?
difference between them is about 2 seconds, and Devnath lost
you know what
about 2
happened?
seconds out there when he crashed.
I
So
accepted my loss,
that's
and I was looking at the
Vatsan, and let's see
screen,
where
and then I
Vatsan
saw
is.
you were
The rest
behind
of
me.
the pilots are about to complete
I crashed again,
their track. Vatsan,
but then
Rhythm, and
still, I don't know
Bangos.
what you did.
Logic has obviously won, but it's just between Vatsan and Rhythm right now. Rhythm is doing a little bit better right now, but he still isn't able to chase the full tail of Vatsan right now. So again, we are in the same situation, exactly the same points. Again, HHR picking up one additional point against team ZDR. So no matter what the configuration of the team looks like over here, they are scoring the points in exactly the same fashion. This is such a kind of a bookie game. Looks like somebody is playing the books out here. Hopefully none of the spectators are into booking and doing all kinds of stuff, but 14-7
Sadly, that's not the case.
is the rule right now.
That would have been a bit
HHR
better.
is 7 points again, ZDR. So rounds number
Why?
8, 9, and 10 are going to be crucial for these teams. ZDR will have to come back 2 points at a time for rounds 8 and 9, and then pick up that round number 10. Okay, pilots, we're going to start. Before that, let's see if we can get in Bangos one more time. 30 seconds on the clock, Bangos. And it's been quite a challenge, but since we have kept those rules for our SAH that we allow players to come in with some time interval, although we have reduced the timing here from 2 minutes to 30 seconds. And look at that, Bangos has come in at the right moment. So we are locking in the server with the Bangos. Okay, looking good, pilots. Stay with me and hang on to the server, because on the podium, pilots, in less than 5, round number 8 in front of you. Circling through the list of pilots here, Rhythm going strong off the bat at position number 6, though. In position number 1, as usual, is spots Devnath and Shady. And this time, Devnath has fallen back to position number 4. This is Bangos. Bangos is looking really good out here. Look at that. When he comes in full force, Bangos really rips it up on the track. That's what he is doing. But I think because of his network issue, even the graphics that are coming in from his stream are not very good. So we'll try to switch stream to another player who is to a better network. And Shady and Vatsan, both of these players have done amazingly well for this finale. Both these players have consistently scored their points. They have done their job, so to speak. And Bangos right now, position number 6. Looks like he might have crashed out once again. That's what has happened. Bangos has crashed out. That's our final confirmation there for Bangos. Devnath trying to get back in full force, but doesn't really get that rhythm once he catches on. Vatsan is allowing himself to get ahead of Devnath out here. taking advantage of Devnath's lack of focus somehow in this finale. Shady and Vatsan at the top of the ladder. Devnath still piercing Vatsan out here, but he's still a fair shot away from Shady out here. So Devnath will be completing at position number 2. And unless Vatsan takes in position number 2, again, it looks close between Vatsan and Devnath. You can see Devnath's red trail, and hopefully Devnath does not give his way to Vatsan with spot number 3. So again, Vatsan completing his rounds. If that's the set rule, we'll be completing this round as well. Logic has won against Bangos. Bangos has crashed out there, and Rhythm has obviously lost his way out at
What?
spot number 5 to
What's
Vatsan.
up?
So again, a
Of course,
no-brainer
man.
out there.
Of course.
Exactly the same pointing. 3 points, 2 points for HHR, and 1 point for ZDR. ZDR making no progress at all since they launched this game. And HHR 16 points against 8 points for ZDR.
True.
Okay, pilots, you have one more round. ZDR will have to pick up 3 points and definitely come back for round 10. Some magical thing needs to happen here for ZDR, but anything is possible still. So pilots, once again, 30 seconds lock in for Bangos out here. And yeah, this is looks like
Who said
yeah, the
Rathi is
point
pro
system is
freestyler?
exactly the same. And unlocking the server out here once again.
What is that? Acha, oh, you're okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I got it.
we have 5 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, locking the server now
Okay.
for
I go play
Bangos.
music now.
Okay, he's there at the last minute of the game. Bangos coming in. Okay, locking the server. Pilots, get ready now on the podium. Round number 9 coming up in front of you in less than 5.
Round number 9, this time with the same exact results.
Let's look at the many pilots who are flying in front of Rhythm. Shady, Vatsan, Devnath. This seems to be a straightforward order that we have been seeing since the many rounds. Hopefully, there should be a shift of rounds. Logic should somehow, well, I think it should be Rhythm who should be taking the lead out here and following closely to Vatsan. And Rhythm seems to be doing exactly that. He's about 7 gates away here. Vatsan is just ahead of Rhythm out there. Vatsan looks stuck out there for some reason. While, oh yeah, and that probably is some
Disconnected.
good news. Yeah, Vatsan has disconnected. That's really bad news. And that's going to take ZDR for 1 point. I think they are looking good for 2 points for this round. Finally, a change in the rounds of the pointing that has happened. Round number 9 has probably gone in favor of ZDR at this point in time, unless Devnath also comes back and really overtakes Shady. Shady is at gate number 17 in lap number 3. And Devnath is a full 18 gates behind Shady. So Shady is looking comfortable, and it's unlikely that Devnath will be able to catch up to him. Shady is just scrolling around the track now, looking good to complete his track. Okay, so there we are. Vatsan is disconnected, and so is Bangos. And this time we'll be scoring it up for Shady as 1 point, and then Logic and Rhythm, they have done their job this time around, and Rhythm coming back for 1 point, contributing to his team. And it's 17 points against 10 points was HHR versus ZDR. Okay, so there is a 7-point difference now.
Wait,
And
what's that?
ZDR
on,
will
man.
have to take both those top two positions if they
It's
have to
connected,
win
sorry.
this match. And if they win, they have exactly 8 points to win. And that's round number 10. Who knows? Anything could happen over here. ZDR could come on top if they could get those final 8 points for round number 10. That's where the interesting stuff happens. So,
Can you unlock the server?
okay, we're unlocking the server for all the pilots. 30 seconds on the clock for all the pilots to get in, please. 30 seconds on the clock.
Whenever people disconnect, others
This is
also.
the last round.
Yeah.
Oh, last one. Oh, seriously.
And
Oh,
folks are definitely
sure.
getting disconnected out here for some reason. We will troubleshoot that sometime around. And now 10 seconds on the clock. Still waiting for Bangos, the only player who is left. And okay, time's up, guys. We are into the last and final round over here for the season finale. Let's give it up to the pilots for round number 10. Anything could happen here. ZDR needs 8 points to win this race, and they need to take both the top two positions. Pilots, get on the podium. This is the last fall of the race, and your race is going to start in less than 5.
All the best, guys.
Okay, this is the last round. Shady now looking good at spot number 1. Vatsan and Shady, both of these two pilots, 1 and 2 positions right now for Devnath and Shady. Devnath just behind Shady. Look at that. In front of him is Shady at the moment. Covering at spot number 3 is Logic. Shady has to be toppled over by Devnath some or the other time. And this is going to be an all-in. And Logic has to come to position number 2. Remember, nobody is individually competing out here. Both Devnath and Logic have to be at spots 1 and 2 in order to take this grand finale up from Team HHR. And Shady in a never losing position out here right now. So far at lap number 2, gate number 17, maintaining his edgy distance over Devnath out there. 2 gates away from Devnath, and Devnath trying to really scroll back in quickly out here in front of Shady. Can he get ahead of Shady? That's the question to ask. And can Logic also get quickly behind Shady? But right now, as we speak, Shady has completed almost half of the first of the last lap, and still ahead of Devnath. It doesn't look good for Logic, who is behind Shady right now. And Shady and Devnath, again, Shady is looking clean out here. Shady is coming close, and Shady takes the win for HHR. HHR is taking home the finale cup, the SAH Season 3 champions. In front of you are HHR. Let's score it up finally. Shady takes those 5 points. In position number 2 comes Devnath. So he scores 3 points, and the rest of the pilots are a no score. So that
Hey, well
was
done,
the
man.
story
Well done,
out here.
Bangos.
Well done, pilots. It was a very, very good competition out here, and we absolutely loved being with you. This was, again, very, very predictable until round number 8. Looked like there could be some kinds of changes on round number 9. It did occur at round number 9, but it was little too late for that to occur for ZDR. And finally, for round number 10, although Devnath took position number 2, Shady really hung on to position number 1. So that is a big congratulations from all the viewers and myself to Team HHR. You are the champions of the SAH Season 3 out here. So, and ZDR, never mind. So let's get to the final
Never mind.
proceedings out here. We'll be having a quick chat with the captains of the two teams. let me have on the mic, let's see if we can get Devnath on the line out here. And we will definitely increasing his volume also. So let me know if he's audible or not. So hi Devnath, how are you doing today?
Hey Karan, hi, good evening. Doing well, doing well.
Okay, okay, you can speak up a little bit. Your user
Yeah,
volume has been okay. So looks like Devnath, not what you expected. Definitely, you had definitely practiced and set your timings and everything. So take us through the game. What happened? What were the crucial points, and what you could have done better?
this is as expected. It's nothing unexpected. The last season when we lost, Aman was pretty angry. So this season we all came together and we decided, okay, let's let him win. You know, so that's what happened. So what you saw was ZDR just letting HHR win, so that Aman doesn't become mad. That was
Well,
our strategy, and it worked out really well.
oh, well, what can we ask any further? I mean, there's
No,
absolutely
no, I
no
mean,
argument against this.
yeah,
And if that was the strategy, that was the strategy.
yeah, it is a 100, 200 IQ strategy. Worked pretty well.
So definitely, I think never mind ZDR. Always the next time out there, and SAH season number 4 will be looking good for you. Hope to see you there in the finals. So let's get with the winning captain calling on the podium, Shady.
Hey,
Hi, Shady.
Yes.
How are you doing out
KD.
here?
Hello.
Welcome, welcome. Congratulations, Shady.
Mhm.
Wonderfully captained, and you had everything well planned out. I think you guys were really planning things out on the group, weren't you?
Yeah, so that Devna doesn't cheat like last time.
So
So yeah.
what was going on? Like I saw a lot of messages out here, people putting in these timings. You're waiting for Devnath to just
Yeah,
putting the last
obviously.
time. And then
Yeah.
once Devnath puts in his time, you're commanding some
So
other pilot to put in the time. Something like
yeah,
that was
every
going on.
race I used to set like the fastest time. And Devnath knows that, so he just set a slower time last time to get to like not race me. But this time I didn't set a time. So yeah, enjoy Devnath. And funny, the last time score and this time score was the same, 14-0 with Devnath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
14-0. Yeah, last time same
oh,
thing.
all right. So you got a historical statistic
Yeah.
out there from our Captain Shady, and you must be proud of your boys, Shady.
Oh yeah,
Although
especially Bangas.
Bangos, can you tell us a little bit to the viewers what was happening with Bangos out there? He seemed to be connecting over VPN, was it?
Nothing. It was just our way of showing that we could win with 2v3. We did it
Well,
on
as
purpose.
confident as Devnath was in his strategy, you seem to be confident in saying that you
Yeah.
could play handicapped.
Yeah.
So for sure, I mean, you guys showed a lot of guts. We really were waiting for Bangos to join in. He did manage to play a few games, and but he did not really win any round as such. And how about Watsan? You must be really happy with Watsan as well. Watsan was doing pretty well out there.
Oh yeah, good job, Vatsan.
So Watsan will be getting a free treat from the captain and lots
No
of
way.
pats on the back. All right, there you are, the closing proceedings, and we'll be putting up all the big prizes. So far, we have announced all the prizes. So if you're not on our Discord channel, do join IDRL Discord. The link is in our IDRL event description. You can join in and you can see all the updates that are coming in. And so although this is the end of season number 3, SAH, we'll be continuing our SAH, but I think in between SAH season 3 and SAH season 4, we will probably do something that is more geared towards the individual championships. So we might
Yes.
be introducing individual racing between now and the next SAH. So that probably will start in May, and we'll be focusing all our attention on that so that we can discover some more talented pilots that we have been discovering. And so that also gives some room for the teams to get more pilots for the next upcoming season, SAH4, which we will be doing after that individual competition. But for now, the champions are going to, celebrate their night, and ZDR also, they should be they did really well out here. Really happy with
Yeah,
their
Devnath
performance.
definitely tried his best.
And
That was
in
his
very
best.
good spirits, we are ending this competition. Thank you all the viewers who joined in. I know the race was very, very, predictable for all the rounds, but so was the situation that we had on the screen and with all the setup. That's what we could bring to you. We will definitely try to make things interesting the next time around. But for now, it's all over out here from our studios in Mumbai. You have a great night and a great weekend
Bye-bye.
from our SAH team captains and all the players and viewers. It's a good night and goodbye. Sweet dreams and alvida. Thank you.